Thank you, Sonia. We're going to begin. Our first question will come from the center, second row. Center, second row, Sonia.
Hey, Sonia, Jackie Powell with the Next. I'm curious if you can take us through your earliest WNBA memories, like the moment in your life when you fell in love with the league, and also if you can share with us how you've really looked at the increased mainstream attention of the league in the past few years. Like, how has that been fulfilling for you to see?
Yeah. I mean, I think I remember obviously being from Notre Dame, falling in love with that Notre Dame team that eventually all went like first rounds, and I got to watch them play and just grow in the league. Um, it was amazing to watch him grow, watch him play, and think that maybe that someday could be me. I think I've definitely fallen in love with the league just more and more because I never thought that I could be here truly. And so, I mean, it's just amazing to be here. And as for the viewership and the growth of women's basketball, I think it means everything to me. And I think I can talk for all players when I say that. I mean, we work so hard for our craft, and to see people finally realizing that and appreciating that, I mean, it means a lot. And hopefully the trend continues, and the the new draftees can be in the new usher of people that help that.
Sonia, next question. Front row to your right. To your right, front row. Um, yes, front row to your right.
Natalie Esquire from NBC Sports. Congratulations, Sonia.
Thank you.
I wanted to know how how do you feel about going to Washington to help rebuild that organization along with fellow draftees Kiki Iriafen and Georgia Amoore?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited. I think it's an amazing opportunity. It's somewhere where I can really try and make an impact and learn from the amazing players that are already there. So just really, really excited to get to work, to learn from the vets there, to play alongside the rookies that you just mentioned. Yeah, just very, very excited to get to work.
Sonia, second row to your right center.
Hi, Sonia. Congratulations. Brooke with the Players Tribune. How has everything you've done up to this point helped prepare you for the next stage?
Yeah, I mean, I think to be where I am, you can't get here if you don't practice and work extremely hard on your crafts. Um, and so, I mean, when I was a little kid, thankful to my parents who would drive me everywhere, drive me to tournaments, would pay for all of it. And I mean, I've put in the work, and it's showing. And yeah, I mean, just putting in the work. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sonia, to your left, toward the rear.
Hey, Sonia, Doug Feinberg, the Associated Press. You're a New Yorker, so what does it mean to be drafted in New York tonight? I mean, does it make it extra special that you grew up a couple miles from here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think when I think about getting drafted and this once in a lifetime opportunity, I want to be next to my family and my friends because I wouldn't be here without them. And so I think being in New York was an incredible opportunity where a bunch of my family could come and I could share this moment with them. So it made it truly special.
Sonia, all the way to your right in the front row.
Hey, Sign, this is Chris from the Chris Gunther Show. How special is this draft class, and what were your emotions like once you finally heard your name after all the years of hard work?
Yeah, I mean, this draft class is very, very special. I mean, obviously, we know Paige and how incredible she is, but I think there is incredible talent in this draft class all throughout. And emotions, I think I was very excited, but there was definitely nerves. Like I was shaking at the table. And after hearing my name, I kind of just felt relieved. I've been very anxious to know where I was going to be, and I finally know. So I'm just excited, very relieved.
Okay, so, Sonia, second row to your left.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank
What will you tell your little girl about this moment?
I would say tell myself when I was a little girl.
Yes.
Or that you did it. I'm extremely proud of you, and just you trusted the process, you believed in yourself, and you had a village that helped you get to where you are today, and you did it. And it's not done yet. We still got a lot of work to do.
Sonia, front row, slightly to your left.
Hi, Sonia. Pepper Percy with Ish with Pepper. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know I'm not alone in thinking that your game is perfect for a pro, but why do you believe your game will translate well?
Yeah, I mean, I think I pride myself on being able to play both sides of the ball, and I think that definitely translates. Just being an offensive threat, but also being a good defender, and I hope to keep growing in both those areas. And just my mentality, I think I'm a very dependable, steady person, and I'm gonna put the work in every day. And yeah, just very steady, and I think that can also translate.
Sonia, we have time for just a few more. All the way in the back center.
Hi, Sonia. Congratulations. Gabe Zoda from Sideline Sports Network. You said recently that you really didn't think that this would actually come this day. You didn't think you would get here. So when did you realize that, hey, maybe this is a reality, and kind of what that process was like getting to this point?
Yeah, I think I realized that it can really become well, I would say if you told me that I had got drafted first round, third pick, I wouldn't believe you. I think that probably became a reality to me this year, like towards the end of the season. But before that, I mean, yeah, I would have loved to play in the W, but I didn't know if it would happen. I had no clue, because when I think about the W and all the amazing people that play there, like I don't know, it seems crazy to me. But yeah, I think it was this year that I realized first round, but maybe college, I would say I was like, maybe I could do this.
Sonia, for the rear in the back, there you go. Raise your hand, please.
Hey, Sonia. Miles
Hi.
Ehrlich with Winsider. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You alluded to all of the Notre Dame players that have come before you and how they've been an inspiration. Did you reach out to anybody ahead of time to get advice for what to do today?
Yeah. Actually, no. I talked to my coaches and they went to Notre Dame, so that I guess that counts. But when you think about the Jackie, the Enriquez, all them, I haven't hit them up yet, but I told another person that they can definitely be on the lookout, because within the next couple of days, I would definitely love to chat with them about what to expect now come training camp and rookie season. So they'll definitely be getting a message from me soon.
Sonia, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
To our media, stay with us. We'll be joined by Kiki Iriafen in just a minute. All right, Kiki, we're going to begin with questions right away. We're going to start all the way to your right, third row on the end.
Hi, Kiki. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How would you describe the moment of being drafted, finding out where you were going, and also knowing that you'll have some other young talent around you? I don't know if you've seen kind of everyone that got drafted alongside you to Washington, but how would you kind of encapsulate everything that just happened?
I truly have no words. My heart is still beating super fast. I told myself I wasn't gonna get emotional, that I was gonna be a big girl, but once your name is called, like truly, like everything that you've worked hard for, it just flashes through your mind. So I feel super blessed and grateful that the Mystics chose me. I'm super excited to play with Sonia and with Georgia. They're great girls. I've been competing against them, so I'm excited to be teammates now. But yeah, I feel like just this opportunity is such a blessing, and there's really truly no words to describe how I'm feeling right now.
Kiki in the center to your right.
Hi, Kiki. Congratulations, Ciara with MTMV Sports. When you hear the words, I am beautiful, I am enough, what does the first thing that comes to your mind? And if you can write 2 words on a mirror entering this next level, what would it be?
Oh, wow. When I hear the first part of your question, I think about just being confident, being unapologetically yourself, and just, yeah, staying authentic. And then could you repeat the second part of your question? I'm sorry. Oh. I would say keep going and trust the process. I know that wasn't 2 words, but yes.
Okay, first row to your right, Kiki.
Hi, Kiki. Congratulations. Right here. Okay. Question for you. Flash forward. It's the night before your WNBA debut. What message do you have for your future self?
You belong here. Stay confident, be confident. The journey is not linear. And again, just trust the process.
Kiki, front row all the way to your right.
How you doing, Kiki? Daniel Artest from the 9450. Your game took a leap this season. What changed in you mentally, emotionally that allowed that growth to happen?
Yeah, this whole season truly, like I title it the season of growth. I feel like I grew in all areas. I grew in all areas, excuse me, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I think on the court, I grew the most as a leader. I had to really step up. I've never really had to be in a leadership role, but I had to this season, and I had to balance being new, but also being a vet. So that was an interesting journey for me, but I learned so much from it. And then more tangible on the court, I feel like defensively is really where I took a leap. I had to guard more guards, shooting fours, guard on the perimeter, guard flares, staggers. So really just be challenged defensively. And I feel like that's one thing that will help me, get some minutes in the W.
Kiki, also in the front row, all the way to the right.
Hi, Kiki. This is Chris Gunther from the Chris Gunther Show. What message does you being drafted send to other young girls that look like you?
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, but even better. I think, in my position, I'm just trying to make the league, the world a better place for the girls coming up behind me that also look like me. But I think it's great seeing representation. I'm doing it for the Nigerian girls, the little Black girls, the girls in LA, honestly, everybody that just, has helped me get to this journey. So I think I just tell them like, do it, but do it even better than I did.
I want to go to Zoom for one question. I want to go to Shai. Shai, go ahead.
Hi, Kiki. Shai for Swish Swish in France. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how important are your Nigerian roots as a person, as a basketball player? And are you already thinking about the possibility of playing for the Nigerian national team in the future?
Being Nigerian, if you ask any Nigerian, is kind of like a personality trait. Like we're super proud, we're very confident, and we have this phrase, Naija no de carry last. And that just means like in everything that you do, like you strive for excellence. If someone can do it, you can do it even better. So I think that's something that I live my life by. And then in terms of the Olympics, I don't know yet. We'll see whatever happens. But I'm excited for DC. There's a great Nigerian population over there as well. So I can't wait to get over there.
All right, this will be our last question for Kiki, all the way to the back in the center.
Hi, Kiki. Gabe Zoda from Sideline Sports Network. Congratulations. And you talked about your growth as a leader and now going to a team that is a young team, has some vets, but really young team. How can you use that growth as a leader to continue to grow, but also be a leader on a more younger squad?
Definitely. I think for me, I'm still going to listen to the girls, ahead of me and hear all that they have to give me their advice. But I think for myself, also knowing that I have a voice, I have something to bring to the table, and still navigating with them. I feel like that's the beauty of being on a young team. We're kind of growing together. So I'm just super excited to get to work with all these ladies.
Kiki, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
To your right, Georgia, all the way to the right front row.
How you doing, Georgia? Daniel Artest from the 9450. You've played with and against some of the best. Like, who's the WNBA player you can't wait to compete with or prove yourself against?
To compete with, I mean, look at the team I was just selected on, right? I think, especially having that tie with Jade Melbourne, Aaliyah Edwards, a core that I've had experience with. I'm super excited to get there and, grow myself and my game, and then go out and put my best foot forward.
Georgia, front row to your left, Georgia.
Hi, Georgia. Pepper Percy with Dish with Pepper. Congratulations. You talked a lot about your relationship with Coach Brooks and how much he's meant to you. What advice has he given you that you're excited to use in your pro career?
Yeah, he's always told me to stop and smell the roses, not to get too ahead of yourself or live too far in the past, and just be super present with what's happening. And it helped me tonight, and it's going to help me going forward.
Georgia, third row in the center.
Two questions, Georgia. Your basketball IQ and passing ability is second to none. I wanted to know how much better do you feel like you could be on the next level? And I also wanted to ask, what part of your game do you feel like will surprise a lot of people?
Yeah, I mean, iron sharpens iron, right? When you get thrown into a situation like that, you either adapt or drown, right? Swim or drown. So I'm excited to go and be challenged and mentally grow my game. Like I know I have the capabilities, I know I have the confidence to do so. And so I'm so excited to do that. In a game, a part about me that I don't know might surprise people. I haven't feel like I've shown the ability to be that pesky, annoying defender. I think just being a little bit conservative, knowing I had to be on the court during my times at Kentucky and Virginia Tech. I'm excited to kind of be able to go ahead and do that.
Georgia, toward the television in the center back.
Hey, Georgia, Doug Feinberg, the Associated Press. Watching the three picks early on, you, Kiki, and Sonia, what does it mean to have sort of the three of you together coming into this and potentially helping this franchise get back to where they want to be.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I've always said, playing against Sonia for the past 4 years when she was at Notre Dame and I was at Tech, that I wanted to play with her one day. Now, I didn't think it was going to be in a situation like this. I've told her that. I'm pretty sure I told her mom that. So I'm super excited to be with her and through this. And Kiki, I mean, you guys just saw her. I love Kiki, her personality and her demeanor. But when she gets on court, like it's raps. And I think I've had good experience with the both of them, playing against them, but even going to camps. I went to camps with Kiki. So I'm just super excited to be with the both of them. They're great people, great players. And I'm thrilled to be a part of that.
Kiki, I'm sorry, Georgia. Georgia, second row center.
Congratulations, Georgia. Incredible outfit tonight. Can you talk about what being styled by Russell Westbrook means, especially him being the first NBA player to try to style a WNBA draftee?
I can't even find the word, so if you can help me, because it's phenomenal. He's done such a good job. And it didn't feel like it was just, to put his name on something, right? Like when we talked about the fit, it was very collaborative. He spent hours with me at the hotel today, fitting it, trying it on. So he's been very active in the process, and I can't thank that enough because even the little bits of advice he's given me along the way, to have a contact like that now, as someone I can try and lean on or lean into, it's amazing, and I think it's the start. You're going to see this happen more often, and I think it's just a blessing to be the first one to do it.
Georgia, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, we're going to be joined right away by Anissa Mora.